They tell you about the birth, the contractions, the pushing, the baby, but they rarely talk about what happens in the hours after that final push. When the room grows quiet and the adrenaline fades, that's when postpartum begins, not as an event, but as a transformation. And when you birth at home, that moment feels different. There's no fluorescent lighting, no hurried staff moving in and out, just you, your baby, your partner maybe, and the air is thick with something sacred. Your midwife is still there, steady and calm, helping you deliver the placenta, checking your bleeding, making sure your baby is pink and warm and latching if you're nursing. She helps you to the bathroom, slow, unsteady, and helps you back into bed with a fresh pad and something nourishing to sip. She tucks you in, not in a hospital gown, but in your own sheets, in your own space. And that moment, that very first moment of stillness, it's the beginning of something no one can quite prepare you for. You're still open, still raw, still shaking. But in your arms is your child, and the world will never move the same way again. This is postpartum at home, not perfect, not polished, but entirely yours. The next day feels like you've crossed into a parallel world. Everything's the same, your house, your bed, the hallway, but somehow nothing feels familiar anymore. The baby is on your chest or in your arms or nursing for the 6th time that morning, and your body is tender. Your uterus cramps as it shrinks, and the bleeding reminds you that birth isn't over. It's just changing form. And in those early hours, the quiet of home becomes something sacred. No one is barging in to check your vitals every 2 hours. No one's turning on harsh lights or waking your baby for charting. Instead, your midwife comes gently, often the next morning. She checks your bleeding, your pulse, your uterus. She watches your baby nurse. She looks you in the eyes and asks, "How are you really feeling?" And when you cry, because the tears are coming whether you expect them or not, she doesn't rush you. She just holds the space. Milk might be coming in now. Your breasts ache, warm and full. Maybe the latch still hurts. Maybe you're not sure if baby's getting enough. And instead of calling a helpline or getting brushed off, you're getting in-person, hands-on support right there on your couch or in your bed. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to wait for discharge. You're not a patient anymore. You're a mother, and you're healing in real time, surrounded by familiarity, stillness, and the kind of presence that modern birth so often forgets. By day 3, everything starts to shift. Your milk is in now, full, sometimes painfully so. Your baby is cluster feeding, rooting constantly, and your body feels like it belongs to someone else. You're tired in a way that doesn't just live in your muscles, it lives in your soul. And then the wave comes, not physical, but emotional. They call it the baby blues, but it's deeper than that. It's not sadness exactly, it's softness, fragility, a wide open sensitivity where everything makes you cry. A song, a glance, your baby's sleepy breath. And in those moments, being at home matters more than anyone could explain. Because you don't have to hide. You don't have to explain. You're not in a hospital room with strangers or staff moving through their shift. You're just home, with warm food someone made for you, with the quiet hum of your space, with permission to feel everything. You may feel touched out already, or isolated, or overstimulated by the smallest sound, and still you'll smile with your whole heart when your baby curls into your chest. The days are messy, spit up pads, sore nipples, dishes in the sink, but the sacredness comes in the slowness. You're not being rushed, you're not performing. You're simply allowed to be a woman who just gave birth, still bleeding, still healing, still human. And that is enough. And when someone visits, they're stepping into your space, not the other way around. You get to decide who brings energy into your world. You get to decide who holds the baby and who brings the food. That kind of control after the surrender of birth is its own kind of medicine. The days begin to stretch again around week 2. The fog lifts just enough to notice the light on the wall, the clock ticking gently, the way your baby's eyelashes flutter in sleep. You're still bleeding, maybe lightly now. Your stitches, if you had them, are healing. Your belly feels strange, softer, emptier, unfamiliar, but not shameful. Your body feels lived in, like it did something holy. And it did. Around this time, people will ask if you're recovered, as if birth was a wound that needed to close instead of a threshold you pass through. But at home, that timeline feels different. No 6-week sign off, no appointment telling you you're cleared. You've been clearing yourself. Day by day, tear by tear, feed by feed. Your midwife checks in, maybe one last visit. She hugs you, reminds you that everything you've done has mattered. Not just the birth, but the resting, the nursing, the choosing to be slow when the world said to bounce back. And now you look in the mirror and you recognize yourself. Not exactly as you were, but as someone new, someone deeper, someone who knows how to listen to her instincts because she's had the chance to hear them uninterrupted. Bonding happens differently at home. It's not forced, it's not framed by hospital routine. It grows slowly in the quiet hours, in skin to skin naps, in midnight feedings where the whole house is still. In the way you study your baby's face like it holds every answer, you don't forget the hard parts, the fear, the exhaustion, the blood, but you remember them as part of the story, not the whole story. Because postpartum at home doesn't erase the difficulty. It just meets it with dignity, with softness, with sovereignty. And when it's time to step into the world again, you do it as a mother who wasn't just handed her baby, but claimed her experience.